Hi, my name is Clayton Frazier. I am an entrepreneur, an inspiring life coach, and motivational speaker. And today I want to take a few minutes and talk about how to create or build good habits and how to keep them. Because there's lots of videos on YouTube that we love watching that talk about habits, habits of successful people, how to build habits, and all that. But it's great to see what other people's habits are. But we got to figure out a way how we can make habits that are good for us and how we can keep them. Because my habits are good for me, some of them, but they might not be good for you. So we got to help you figure out what is best for you and ways you can build that habit and ways you can keep that habit. And again, I'm going to talk to about my favorite book. I've talked about my other videos, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, a great book. Highly recommend it. And he talks a lot in the book about turning simple disciplines into massive success and happiness. And all of us have habits, right? We do stuff. I talk with my hands a lot. That's a habit. We all have habits. Some of them are good, some are bad, But he has a little chart in his book that talks about easy to do. A lot of things are easy to do. It's easy to get up in the morning, uh, eat a bad breakfast, rush out of the house, not do any exercise, not look after yourself. It's very easy to do. But what's comfortable early on will become uncomfortable later on. I used to be a bad drinker of Pepsi. I drank 2 to 3 liters of Pepsi every day, non-fail. And, that was a really bad habit. But it was very easy to drink pop, get up, open the fridge, drink the pop. And I'd never drink water. Just by drinking the Pepsi, did I see results right off the bat? Did I get unhealthy right off the bat? Did I put a ton of weight on? Did I get any diseases off the, diabetes or anything right off the bat? No. But over the long run, I was getting more and more unhealthier, and I was gaining weight, and I was probably getting on track to get diabetes. But if I just stop drinking Pepsi, or if I just start drinking water, which I have my bottle of water there, if I start drinking water today, am I going to see immediate results tomorrow? No. But over the long run, I will get more healthier. And that's like that with any of our habits. What's uncomfortable to do early becomes very comfortable later on. So if we do the work now, make it part of our daily life, our daily routine, it'll help us on the path to success in the future. You know, and that's the key thing. So I highly recommend that book. I've recommended it many times. It's a really good book about talking about your habits. And just remember, which path are your habits leading you on? 95% of people are on the path to failure. We don't even know it. But if we turn our habits into successful ones, good habits, and build them and keep them, we can turn our path to success. So let's talk about some tips I like about creating habits I've learned over the years. And the biggest thing is figure out what habit you want to create and how that habit will help you. It's fine and dandy for someone saying you got to have this habit's what successful people do, and all that. But you got to figure out what habit you want to make a good habit and how it's going to help you in the long run. You know, um, I started a habit of walking every day. I try to walk right now, 7,000 steps a day, right? Might not seem like much to some people. Some people might think it's a lot. But I know if I walk every day, it's going to get me healthier and it's going to help me build more energy and it just relaxes me. I'm learning that. But, I had to figure out what habits that'll help me. Same with the water. I dropped the Pepsi and started drinking water. But now I drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day, but I didn't start that high. I had to figure out what I want to do and what it's going to help me in the future. So that's my first tip. Figure out what habit you want to build and how that habit will help you. Because if you don't know how that habit's going to help you, it's going to make it that much harder to build. The second one is start small. You know, choose just one habit you want to create, and maybe even an easy habit. Because the more success you see, the easier it will be to build other habits. You know, uh, when I started walking every day, my first goal was to walk 4,000 steps a day. Again, it might not seem like much to some people, but I started small, and each month I added 1,000, or then I added 250, then 250, and now I'm up to 7,000 steps a day. And I kind of plateaued at that because it works for me. It's a good goal for me. It helps me lose some weight. It keeps me motivated. I can go for a nice walk, listening to my headphones, listening to motivational audio, and 7,000 steps is good for me. Might not be good for you, but you have to start small. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to start tomorrow and walk 15,000 steps a day, and you never walked a step yesterday. Then it's going to be very hard to build and to keep, right? So start small and build bigger and do something that you have a chance of being successful at. Because the more success we see, the easier it will be to create other habits because it builds confidence. And that is the key, you know. And then the biggest thing is figure out when you're going to start and how you're going to do it, right? How are you going to build that habit? Um, One example might be I'm going to walk, or I'm going to read 10 pages of a book. Okay, great. I like that. Talks about that in the Slight Edge all the time. He talks about how important 10 pages of a book a day can be, right? So, say you're going to read 10 pages of a book every day. Well, first of all, you got to pick a book, right? What book are you going to read? And it's good to read books that are going to help you. I know these novels, fiction, all that are great. Open up your mind and all that. But does it really help you in the long run? Find something that's going to help you. It could be a slight help book or self-help book. It could be an inspirational book. Could be an autobiography because you get to read what other people went through that'll help you get along the track. You can see that you're not the only one that went through that. So pick the hobby you want to create and when you're going to create it. You can't just say I'm going to create this hobby one of these days. Say, okay, 2 days from now, I'm going to get up. I'm going to start reading this book. I'm going to read 10 pages of this book, The Slight Edge, each day until I'm done that book. They say it takes 21 days to create a habit, and takes 90 days to make that habit easy. So it's not something you're just going to, bam, it's done. I got a habit of a good habit. It's going to take some effort on your part, right? And that's the key. Start small, see success. And another one I seen from a video I love watching on here, she has great tips and all that. Jillian Perkins said in one of her videos, figure out a trigger for your habit. And all she means is, well, if you do something, for example, if you're going to read, well, say at lunchtime, every day you eat your lunch, then you sit down and read after that, read 10 pages after lunch. So every time you eat your lunch, well, as soon as I'm done my lunch, I'm going to start reading. Or say, as soon as I'm done my lunch, I'm going to go for a walk. It's very easy to do, very easy not to do. Again, back to Jeff Olson's theories. But if you have a trigger that as soon as you do such and such, well, then I'm going to start this afterwards. It's a good way to build a habit, make it common practice. I eat lunch, then I read. Simple as that. Myself, I like to get up every morning and follow Thrive's 3 simple steps, and then I do a workout. I know as soon as I'm done the 3 simple steps, I go a little workout, I go for a walk, and then I do all my daily tracking from the day before. Little habits I've created over the long run have turned into a big morning routine. And that's the key. If you create little habits and keep building them and keep them going, you'll come into a good routine that'll help you in the long run. And now, my last tip is very easy. Enjoy the habit. If you're doing something you don't enjoy, you will not create a good habit, right? You know, you got to have something you enjoy. So figure out a way to make that habit enjoyable for you, right? Myself, walking, I don't enjoy walking. I didn't enjoy walking that much, but now I do it where I'm either out in the woods or, I'm off the road where I'm kind of by myself and I listen to motivational audio. I take some YouTube videos, put them on my phone, listen to that while I'm walking, gives me a little learning in the morning. And I just listen to the sounds of nature. Take time to enjoy the sounds of nature. As you can see today, I'm outside enjoying this beautiful day here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's been quite warm the last few days, so I took advantage to come outside and listen to the joys and beautiful sounds of nature, right? And it makes doing different things a lot easier if you enjoy that habit. That is the key. Enjoy the habit, you know? So I hope these tips have helped you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a minute and hit the subscribe button as I create one video a week about intentional living, business ideas, successful habits, successful ideas. And I'd really like to see you along the path on my journey here. So again, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and share it with your friends. Hope it's helped a little bit. Have a great day.